Years ago, if you're at all interested in websites, they do have some interesting and useful information on there. Any questions?
Yeah, I mentioned earlier about linking and Google recognises the relevance. How does Google know what's relevant?
It tends to start from the search phrase, puts it through a whole series of algorithms that essentially mean if I'm looking for a particular thing and it's at the top of the website and it's in some of the text in the website, chances are it's going to find that site.
So like page title and then...
Page titles, bullet points, headings within it. If they're reflective of what you've put in as a search phrase, those sites will tend to come up further. Google isn't looking for lots and lots of links or keywords as white text against white background or anything fancy like that. That's where it started. Google now is moving towards relevance and the customer's journey. More questions?
We've just started pay-per-click, and do you think it's better to have more words and therefore people are going to be more relevant?
Depends what you're selling. I've been using AdWords for about a couple of years, and my biggest spend for 6 months was on the wrong thing. One of the things that we produce is heaters for gas bottles. It's a terribly dull industrial product, but I put gas bottles as one of the key phrases because that's part of the way we think about our business. What I got was lots of people clicking through and spending a lot of money, and what they were really interested was gas bottles for heating lights. And what we were wanting was heaters for gas bottles, not gas bottles producing heat. So you've got to think a little bit about them to get it right. The only way to do it, just start. Yeah. Just start, set a low minute, set a low daily maximum. You'll find a bit like your friend here, the resources are difficult. I haven't had time to look at that and to manage that for about 3 months now. So I'm spending £200 or £300 a month on stuff. I'm not sure it's having the right result.
Yeah.
So what happens on these clicks? What happens if your competitors go on and keep clicking on your site?
You can talk to Google, but that doesn't mean they'll do anything about it.
How do you know they're doing it in the first place?
That's difficult. You would probably see an unusual pattern, but you'd need to be looking at the data quite reliably. You can set up within Google AdWords. You can set up a number of different sorts of reports, and you can get those sent to you automatically. Right. And if you've got time, do that and look at them on a daily basis, and then you'll see a big surge coming from. Now that doesn't look right, but that's the way you catch it. There isn't much actually you can do. I've got one brand where the name of that brand is being used by somebody to drive people to their site. Google aren't interested. So they're not playing by the normal commercial rules in that sense. But we think they're going to change the rules on that. Right. So you can't necessarily stop people using your brand names to drive traffic to their site. But Google know that that's probably not right. Doesn't mean it doesn't happen. I'm around for another half an hour, so if you've got any questions quietly. Otherwise, thank you very much for your attendance.